Hello, I'm Marie Adshead, Queensland Small Business Commissioner. It's an important part of my role to help small business owners connect with information that we think is going to be helpful for them. And we've referred throughout the COVID emergency response period and extension period for the COVID commercial lease rent negotiations, we've referred a number of our small business tenants and landlords to the Small Business Financial Counselling Service. So that's why I've got Joe Tardent here with me now. Joe is the Program Coordinator for the Small Business Financial Counselling Service, and I thought it'd be really great to get Joe here to have a conversation about the sorts of things that her service has been able to help small business owners with. And if that's of use to you, then this video is something that you really need to watch. So Joe, what are the sorts of things that small business owners can access through the Small Business Financial Counselling Service?
We've got two sorts of programs that we can offer. So transactional assistance, where we can assist the small business owners to access the government support that's available. We can assist them to get ready for appointments if they're needing to refinance, so with their bank. We can assist them with cash flow budgeting. Looking forward, if it's more complex, we work with them on a case managed basis. So we'll have a holistic look at their business, so that they can understand the financial position they're in right now.
Yep.
And we can look at options going forward, and we can help them then to achieve those goals.
So it's not just someone that's in a what they might consider a crisis situation, but it's someone who wants help with a bit of planning. They might be looking at exploring doing something else in the business, but just want that second opinion or someone that can sit down with them and work it through.
That's right, and small business owners are so busy they often don't actually understand their financial position today. So we can help them to understand that, and then once you've got that information, you can make some really well-informed decisions to move forward.
And one of the business owners I spoke to recently told me that when they accessed the service, they really appreciated the opportunity to understand more about how they could unlock capability in their own software, in their accounting software, that they'd never had the time to sit down and do. So I think there's a whole range of things that you can help with that sometimes you might not even think about. It just happen naturally through the process. So if I'm a small business owner and I'm thinking, hey, this sounds really good, how do I go about, how does the service work? Do I ring up or go to the website?
Yes, so we've got a 1300 number, and on most occasions that comes to me first, and so I will have a chat to the small business owner, get a bit of background what they think their problems are, and then I'll put them in touch with one of our small business counsellors in their area.
Okay.
So we've got people on the ground ready to help you, knowledgeable people. They understand the industries in their area and the issues in their areas. So then that small business counsellor will contact the client. If the client's in a particularly anxious state, we have a triage system, and we will ensure that the client will get seen, spoken to within 2 hours.
Right, 2 hours. Okay, great. So immediately.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if it's not as complex or the client's not as anxious, then it may be 24 hours,
sure.
2 days.
Yeah. And this is all completely free.
It absolutely is. So we're funded by the state and the federal governments to provide this assistance to any small business that is facing challenges, whether it be from the drought or COVID or the bushfires. We're still working with people who were affected by bushfires.
Right, which is a lot of, when you count all of those three disruptive factors, that's pretty much all of Queensland. So geographically, what's your coverage across the state?
Okay, so our furthest north, we've got Sharon, who's in Yeppoon, so she goes right up. She does the Rocky area. We've got people at the Gold Coast, Brisbane. We've got people around the Sunshine Coast and Gympie, and then further out west. So we go right down to the New South Wales border, right out past Cunnamulla.
So south and west of Yeppoon, basically.
Yes.
Now, small business owners, if you're outside of that region, don't worry. There is an equivalent service in the north and west of Queensland, and we'll make sure, and it works in a very similar way, we'll make sure the contact details for both services across the whole state are made available on this video on the comments at the bottom. But that's fantastic. So how many businesses do you think you've assisted from the beginning of COVID, for example?
It's hundreds. It's close to 1,000. We did statistics the other day for reporting, and it's well over 800,000,
800.
Yeah.
We know from the conversations we have with small business owners how stressful managing finances can be, and we're all very mindful of the toll that that's taking on mental health. So I think that's something that's also a really incredible advantage of the work that you guys are doing. And that's something I'm sure you're seeing as such a reward to be able to
Yes.
help businesses throughout that stressful time. So how can small business owners get in touch with you? What's the best way to do it?
The 1300 number is the best way,
Yep.
and then they'll certainly get. If I'm on the phone, our head office will pick up and
Yep.
they will forward it to me.
Straight to you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. What a great comfort for small businesses to know about that these kind of services exist. And that's something that we're certainly hearing from businesses is there's great support out there, but sometimes if you don't know that it exists, you're not going to reach out and make use of it. So thanks, Joe. That's been really helpful. We'll make sure all of the contact details are available on the link to this video. And please, we encourage you, if you don't know about this service and you think it's useful to you, absolutely make contact. There's really friendly people like Joe that are available to help you, and it's an absolutely free service.